Hope to see her back on the pitch soon, but in the meantime, we're very pleased to have her in the commentary box. It's Kath Walsh. Kath, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Happy to be back for another season. Wish I was out there with the girls, but excited for the season to start and to see how we go for the rest of the year. How's the injury coming along? It must be frustrating, but are you getting there? Yeah, 5 months now, September. Yeah, it's coming along. It's not my first time, so it's a little bit slower this time, but yeah, getting there, and hopefully I'll be out with the girls towards the end of the year. We certainly hope that as well. We will have teams momentarily on your screen. There is a new face in the Cardiff ranks. There's a couple of familiar faces indeed in the Pontypridd ranks. But Kat, run me through this team, and the name that perhaps sticks out there because of the fact of signing her from league champions Swansea is Rianne Oakley. How's she managed to fit into the core group so far? Yeah, she's been amazing, to be fair. She's smashed pre-season. She's obviously come from Swansea, our rivals, but she's fitting. We'll forgive her as long as she scores us some goals. Yeah, she's fitting right in, like she's been here forever. She knew a few of the girls previously before joining, so yeah, she's been a really good asset to the team. How are we expecting Ian to set up the team today in terms of formation? What are your thoughts on that? So we've changed formations this year. Maybe a bit of a surprise to some, maybe not. We're going back five, two wing backs, a few new positions for some of the girls, and then one holding, 2 10s and 2 up top. So yeah, we've worked on it all year in pre-season this summer, so we're excited to now put it into practice in first game of the season. We look forward to seeing that. This is the Pontypridd Town team, and I must say, great work by their media department. I read their pre-match programme online today, doing an absolutely fantastic job promoting the game. It's a strong starting 11, supplemented by Emily Bayliss, a former teammate, a former Bluebird. Yeah, Emily she's a great girl. She's gone over to Ponty to get some more game time, which don't blame her. That's what everyone wants to do, is play football. So she's gone over to Ponty. Hopefully she'll fit right in with the girls, and yeah, she's a good addition to the team. Just before kick-off, Kath, what are expectations for this season? It was so enjoyable. I was a convert last year. You won the cup. You beat Swansea. You know, there are a lot of milestones last year. What are the expectations for this year? Of course, we have high expectations like we do every year, but I think this year it's a little bit different. We're off the back of winning the cup, like you said. We've beaten Swansea and Met, who are always our biggest rivals, last year, coming off the back of the cup final. So obviously we have high expectations, and we're hoping to start it off in a good set today. Well, we look forward to this. We are about to kick off. Cardiff in the all blue, Pontypridd in the white shirts and black shorts. They will be kicking off, playing from left to right, and we're underway for the season. And what an exciting season it promises to be, with high hopes for the Bluebirds and high hopes for a quick start here as they turn over possession. Atkins plays it infield. Nice little slip ball, unfortunately just couldn't quite thread the needle there, Lily Billingham, but a fast press and a good start from the Bluebirds, and positive right from the kickoff. Yeah, this is how we want to play this year. We want to be positive from the start. We want to get at teams, and it looks exactly what we're doing this time. Again, tribute to the Pontypridd media team. They did promote the game today. They've also promoted the fact it's on Cardiff City TV. We will try not to be too biased if you're joining in from a Pontypridd persuasion, but forgive us if we do sometimes have those blue-tinted spectacles on. But we expect a good game here this afternoon, as Cardiff again look to play through the lines, and Broadhurst has it out on the right-hand side, checks back in and plays it into the midfield to Sarah Watkin, who no ill effects from dodgeball against the WWE superstars. At the back end of the week, Cardiff moving the ball very nicely from right to left. Again, a pass through the lines, not quite there, but it's obvious what the intent is early on in this game, Kat. Yeah, we can already see we're playing high. We've just got our two of our 3 centre-backs holding the line, but obviously our wing-backs are already up the pitch, and we're trying to get at them early. Throw in to the Bluebirds, which they look to build from. Theo Price brings it out the air. Cardiff reclaim second ball and have a chance to drive at the goal here. Cross comes in, it's charged down. That was new signing Rianne Oakley, who we know is a tricky opponent formerly, now a member of the Cardiff team, and the first set piece of the game, and Cardiff really looking to make the pitch big and get in behind Pontypridd.
What a kick to the Bluebirds. Saw Kath Walsh put her head on a few of these last year. She's not in there today. She's headering every ball, and maybe she would have turned that in. First chance for the Bluebirds. Great delivery, and millimetres away there, Catherine, it being 1-0.
Yeah, we've always been quite dominant on set pieces. We've obviously got Siobhan, my sister, and Holly at the back there. So yeah, obviously would have loved to be on the end of that, but we'll get another chance, I'm sure.
Will you be giving Siobhan notes after the game? Will you be? What's the sister rivalry like in the team?
When we play in on a Sunday, it's fine. Training, probably not so much. She, let's put it this way, she'd go 10 times harder against me than anyone else in training. But
expect nothing less.
Yeah, it's good rivalry. Gets you competitive.
And you're no shrinking violet. You give it back a little bit, I assume.
Of course not.
Pontypridd looking to maybe get some time on the ball and stop this fast start from Cardiff, but once more Cardiff pick up second ball, and clears in again. Is she? Good defending there. Last ditch shot at goal, just wide. Cardiff at the moment suffocating the Pontypridd back line. They're holding firm, but as we see a replay of this, a little more direct from the Bluebirds there, but direct with purpose, and Oakley is a very willing runner on the secondary attempt, just wide. And already, Kath, Rhiannon Oakley is making a very positive contribution in a Bluebird shirt.
Yeah, and that's come from Hannah Daly at the back, stepping in. She's one of our centre-backs above the back three, so she stepped in, she's found the space, and she's found Rhea, and that's obviously something we've worked on.
Hannah's surname, Kath, did you get married in the summer?
Yes, she did.
I've been practicing. What is it? Is it Power now? Or
she's Hannah Power officially, but sorry, Connor, if you're listening. She'll always be Daly to us.
I might slip into that as well. Broaders, does she get a tackle in there? It goes back to goalkeeper Maisie Jones, who may just take some time over this goal kick to allow her team to settle into the game. Been working very hard, Pontypridd, but haven't had any time on the ball as yet. Cardiff will pick up second ball again in the midfield, although Watkins just has it nicked off her toes, but Cardiff will get the throw in on what is a overcast day. It's starting to feel like autumn is drawing in a little bit.
Maybe one benefit of being up here.
Cardiff look to win second ball once more, and they do, although Oakley clipped it forward to the space that she'd vacated. Pontypridd clear out. And they're just clearing their lines at the moment, trying to grow their way into the game and hold firm. But you can see Cardiff, just how they sprinted across to take that throw in. Bluebirds looking to play at a high tempo. Yeah,
obviously trying to play quick. We know Ponty are a good team defensively, so we've got to press them on the counter.
Billingham can't get to that ball, so it will be a goal kick to Pontypridd, who won the plate competition last year when the league split. Congratulations to them for doing that, and I know they've got hopes and expectations this year, Kath, to try and get into that top four.
Yeah, they've made a few good signings, some girls we know of from the previous teams, and I think towards the end of last year they showed what they can bring to the league, and every game this year is going to be competitive, and that's what makes the league good.
Yeah, again, if you're very welcome watching it on the webcast, but I was spreading the word all last season. It was my first taste of women's football, and I was a convert. Get down here to all the home games if you can. There's a lot of entertainment to be had. Throw in to the Bluebirds. What's he in Derbyshire like? We haven't had a chance to really ask any of the players. Is he a hard taskmaster? Is he a teacup thrower, or is it all tactical and modern these days?
He's fair. He's good. It's very tactical, but he's fair. So if obviously we're playing well, everything's going well, then he's a happy man. But yeah, he sets a standard in training with sessions and everything else. So obviously that starts us then playing and setting our standards.
Small Cardiff look to press. Fiona Price has assisted in turning that ball over. Billingham now spreads it wide. That's nice. Ball looking for Broadhurst's cut out, but Cardiff first to everything right now, showing the signs of that good pre-season work that Kath was referring to. And it was I was following the results. It was a pretty intense pre-season. Yeah,
we were in early. We were well. I say we. I wasn't doing any running. I was watching, but yeah, girls worked extremely hard in pre-season. Everyone put in the time and dedication, and it's showing in the first 10 minutes of the game here.
Just turns it back to Siobhan Walsh. Do you mind if I call her Walsh? It sounds really rude, but a commentator just goes with the surname. Can I just go with Walsh and you won't nudge me in the ribs or anything?
No, no.
Okay. Cardiff have another throw in, and Karen Chamberlain is playing sweeper keeper. She hasn't had a lot to do right now, but credit to Pontypridd, they are holding firm in a good shape. James Fishlock, the interim manager there, has got them organised very well.
Yeah, they're always an organised team, to be fair to Ponty. They're very, very good defensively, so we've just got to look to break those lines and score our chances.
What were the celebrations like after that cup win? I haven't caught up with any of you since then. I saw Mike Thomas, who I think is on holiday at the moment. Was it, was it a cup of tea and all home early? Or?
Yeah, of course. No, we went out, we had fun, you know, but as soon as it's over, we're all thinking about the new season, because that's how hungry and that's the desire of the team this year, so we're all looking forward to it.
It's a foul there, an obstruction foul, as again, Rhiannon Oakley, whose speed and movement is causing Pontypridd a lot of problems, and a set-piece opportunity. My first chance of the season to mention Fionn Price.
Wondered how long it'd take. She's lucky I'm not out there, that's all I'm saying. We had a few arguments last year, but no, she's very, very clinical from a set piece, whether it's a corner, a free kick, or just getting the ball in the box. She's very, very good at these. So let's see what we can do with this.
Whether it will be a shot on goal or a clip ball to the far post, we'll wait and see. Pontypridd trying to keep that high line on the
I think she'll have a shot.
I think she'll have a shot, giving it the big build-up. It was a shot on goal, maybe a early target finder just over the bar. There was actually a good run around the side there by Holly Smith, but wasn't used. But, you know, good to have that variation.
Yeah, exactly.
I can tell I'm with a superstar. You're getting photographed in the commentary box.
No, that's just my dad.
All right, there we go. I'm in the presence of a Cardiff City legend, so I'm always happy when that happens.
Legend makes me sound very old.
Well, deserving of the title. It's another throw into Cardiff on the halfway line. We jokingly referred to the weather, but it must be nice playing in slightly cooler conditions. I imagine pre-season, as pre-season always is, was difficult during that heat wave. Yeah,
it was very hot, especially when, you know, you're playing against tough teams in the English leagues who are that little bit fitter because they've came back earlier. So yeah, it was a tough pre-season, but the girls have worked hard and sorry, I got distracted.
They turned the ball over. Broadhurst cross comes shot, and it's just wide of the far post. Well, it's easy to get distracted because Cardiff are pressing so high and so well, and turning that ball over. We'll allow you a little cheer, Kath, if a goal goes in.
Yeah, I might have to turn my mic off.
Again, it was a great step in. And is it Dan Green playing out there at right wing back? You mentioned a few players playing in different positions or getting used to different things.
Yeah, that's her position this year. She's adapted really well to it. She's had probably one of the best pre-seasons out of everyone. She's worked hard and she's made that position her own, and I'm excited to see her play there this year.
Yeah, no, it was a tricky winger who could really get forward and provide crosses and danger, but slightly different role, and that'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on for the Bluebirds.
Yeah.
Just over 10.5 minutes gone here. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday afternoon. 0-0 between Cardiff City and Pontypridd at the moment. Cardiff have had the dominance, but Pontypridd, credit to them. They've been organised, they've held firm, and now they have a chance to venture into the Cardiff half. The throw in on this near side, ball down the line, but headed away. Pontypridd, though, will pick up second ball, and it will be given to Ellie Gunny, who plays the ball down the line, looking to link up there with number 10.
Anais.
I always get her name wrong. Is it Trinchy? Trinchy? I did this all last season, so I'll leave this one to you. But
I don't know her surname.
We
just know her as Anais.
Apologies to Anais. I think I murdered...
She'll have to tell us this.
I know. I murdered her name all of last year. I will ask her after the game. Cardiff pick up second phase ball again with Hannah Power. That's going to take a time to roll off the tongue, but she's continued her impressive performances as a Cardiff City player. And this new formation, it does look, those back three look solid, and of course you've got that protection of Sarah and Watkins, who does the dirty work, which means you can release those wing backs. Yeah,
obviously we've got Hannah and Siobhan. I mean, call me legendary. They're much more legendary than me. They've been here for years. They keep the defence solid at the back, whether it's a back two or a back three.
Just break off as Oakley comes into the box again. It's a good sliding tackle, but she'll get the cross in, and that could have gone anywhere. Deflected behind, though, for a corner. And again, Cardiff just, maybe as the result of that pre-season work, first to everything at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. And just going off the back of that, you've had the additional to the back three of Holly Smith, who's obviously under-19s Welsh international, so she brings bags of experience to the team as well. So yeah, our defence is very solid.
Positive first 12 minutes of the season for the Bluebirds. Can they mark it with a goal? They'll have a corner kick here. Used to be an outswinger. There's a gathering of players at the edge of the area. Now they split and make their runs. Ball comes in, keeper comes out. Oh, it was a good first claim, but the ball was dropped by Macy Jones, but she took control of the situation, and that's a nice release pass. And Pontypridd have runners, and it's a one-on-one situation for a moment. Well, that's good covering. Yeah.
Power.
Whatever we're going to call her positioning and reading of the situation was great there. But that's a sign, Kath, that Pontypridd, they might be hemmed in at the moment, but they can play on the break as they turn the ball over, and the attempted chip to catch Chamberlain off the line doesn't work. But they do look a team that's comfortable playing on the break.
Yeah, they got bags of pace up front. I think that's how they're going to hurt Cardiff today. Counter-attacks from set pieces and corners, because obviously we'll send a lot of people up to try and score us a goal. So yeah, they'll be threatening on the counter-attack.
Cardiff look to play out. Green goes down the line. Nice little step over from Broadhurst, but can't get to the ball that was swept up well. Here is Siobhan Walsh. Cardiff play down the left channel, and once more Oakley is a willing runner. Nice little step to get past it. Play, ball into the box, and from millimetres, and credit to the Pontypridd defender. Maybe there was just enough pressure there. Zoe Atkins on the stretch, I think, turns that over the bar. It's another big chance for the Bluebirds.
Yeah, Rhea Oakley's done fantastic there. She's used her pace, she's got in behind the defender, and she's played a lovely ball, and that's Zoe's bread and butter. She loves those passes, and she's very unlucky there to not score.
Zoe Atkins, such a clever player. She seems to be in the right place at the right time, can play a few positions for the Bluebirds, and adds a lot of calmness and poise when she's on the pitch.
Yeah, she's brilliant. What she brings to the team, her versatility and everything else, she's a fantastic character in the squad.
Pontypridd just starting to settle into this game and see a little bit more of the ball. Cardiff should perhaps be ahead. Ian Darmshire asks for a foul throw. Referee says play on. There's a flick on, but it'll be easily swept up by Hannah Power. Back to Chamberlain in goal, who's, well, had competition last year. He's a good goalkeeper, very good goalkeeper in her own right, and she has competition again this year. It's good to have that depth in positions.
Yeah, it's definitely the most in-depth squad we've had since I've been at the club. We've got competition in all positions, and it just makes training even better. You're pushing each other each week, and it's showing because we're playing really well here.
Ball is cleared out by Siobhan Walsh. The throw in to Pontypridd, who just started to gain a little bit of territory. It's great to see the investment in Cardiff City Women, a new front sponsor this year, and another sponsorship behind us. Pontypridd also a very well-run club as well at the Treforest campus, and I know they've got high hopes to develop. And how do I say this, Kath? I, as a proud Welshman, it's always hard to see England doing well because of that sporting rivalry, but what happened this summer, it was great for the game.
Yeah, it's fantastic for the game. Obviously, it's bittersweet, England winning the Euros, but what it's going to do for women's football is fantastic. So we're all obviously happy that that's now the stepping stone for this year. And obviously, you can't see the crowd here today, but it's probably one of the biggest crowds we've had, and hopefully this is what's to come this year.
Absolutely, it's going to be a good season, and Cardiff have silverware in the bank from last year. They're looking to improve on that again this year, and join us either on Cardiff City TV or get down here to these home games, and of course some local games to get to, not least Pontypridd, Cardiff Met. Cardiff, oh, they win the ball again as Broadhurst turns over that unforced error from Pontypridd. Broadhurst will look to spread the game. Here's Green, she's a little isolated, tries to go past her player, but it's a good tackle there and a chance to break for the visitors. Can't quite link up there with Alison Witts up top, who's working the line well, a little isolated at the moment perhaps, not a lot of midfielders joining with her, but I think Pontypridd are just looking to stay solid in this first half. They've won that back well, it was a good read, and they forced another turnover. Nice feet there from Bayliss. She's done that before on this pitch. And the visitors just starting to grow a little bit of confidence as they look to spread the game. Green reads the bounce and is able to deal with that, and now has grass to go into if she chooses to. She's making good territory here, cuts the ball inside. Billingham gives it to Watkins, that's nice. Will Cardiff look to go to the left? They do, it's a little in front of Fionn Price. Great idea, great transition, just that final execution wasn't quite there. Yeah, it was good build-up play first from Ponty to win the ball back from us, but we've won it back then and we've tried to counter, and it's unfortunate with the last pass there. We're through 18 minutes here at Leckwith. Intriguing game so far. Cardiff well on top, but Pontypridd have been disciplined and they're now starting to come into the game as an attacking force, but Oakley has been ever threatening. Helps Cardiff to build again here. Here's Green, who's put a really tipping, telling cross in, or cross come shot, and I'm not sure Maisie Jones was quite confident where that was going. In the end, it just dips, well, the wrong side of the crossbar onto the top of the net, but that must have been very, very difficult to judge as a goalkeeper. Yeah, those ones are always difficult, especially with a little bit of wind. She'd definitely say that was a shot, but I'm not so sure. But we've got lots of people in the team who can pull one of those out. So yeah, the keeper needs to be on her toes today with those, both keepers. Jones takes the goal kick. There is a little bit of breeze here, which might just be affecting the game. Broadhurst can't quite link up there with Price. So what does we had Mike and we had some of the coaches on last year, Kath, but for a player, what does the week look like? You know, I guess you've all pretty much got full-time jobs. Is it training 2 or 3 nights a week and preparation, personal preparation around that? How does a week look for you as a player? Yeah, I mean, majority of us have full-time jobs unless you're one of the youngsters. You don't have that commitment yet, but I think Mondays are rest days. Do your own recovery in your own time. Tuesday is a little bit lighter session. Wednesday you come in and we do tactical and we do analysis ready for the team ahead. And then Thursday you put that into place then, 11v11s and what we're going to work on for the weekend, ready for Sunday. Team goes out on a Friday lunchtime, so any issues then over the weekend, those can be looked at then. It's very... It's great to hear that kind of organisation and discipline as this game continues to grow, and rightly so. Yeah, we've added in that extra training session this year on a Wednesday. I think it just helps us build for the week, and we can get in on any rehab or any training sessions we need to do, little additional things, and it's helped a lot in pre-season and hopefully for the rest of the year. Well, again, it's been a good game here so far. 0-0 though. Credit to Pontypridd, the way they've settled in. That's a good tackle from Oakley, who's clearly leading the line from the front, not just on the ball, but without the ball also. Yeah, she's really, really good at that. You don't want to see Rhea Oakley coming at you from behind in training. So, yeah, we got a lot of competition for strikers' positions this year, and they all bring something different. So it's very nice to see. Looking at the bench, there's a good squad depth, as Kath has touched upon. Here is Holly Smith. Let's go down the line and link with Fionn Price. Broadhurst goes to ground but wins the ball. Sarah Watkins, again, a player I always try to give some praise to, because in my very limited Sunday morning hangover football career, I was always the one who did the dirty work in the middle of the park, and loved the way she swept that up there. Now she's on the ball, is she? No, it's just taken off her toe.
Yeah, number 6, this is a very, very hard position. You do, like you say, you do all the dirty work, and you might not always get recognised for it. But yeah, she's got endless talent, and we're very thankful that she's on our team.
Smith will take the throw in down the line. Doesn't quite reach Oakley, but the ball is headed infield where Watkins is there again. Is she pushed out of the play? She thought she was. Referee says no, and Pontypridd can come forward. And there's a great outside to inside run there by number 23, Jasmine Turner. Didn't quite reach her, but that was adventurous and a good explosive run. And here come the visitors once more. Ball across the box. No on-rushing players there because Turner had gone back into her position. But just signs that Pontypridd are knocking on the door a little bit.
Yeah, like you say, they're physical in the middle, so they've won that ball back and they've tried to go forward. It's just connecting those final passes for them.
Cardiff looking to play out from the back once more. Walsh makes ground and gives it to Power. Not Power, my apologies. That's Holly Smith. It's early season for me as well. Fionn Price turns that ball over well. Can she spread it to Green? That's where she's looking, and that's where the ball goes. Good first touch from Dan Green, who can now drive back in field. Can she pick a pass? Broadhurst, made a nice run across the edge of the area. The ball was just cut out, but Cardiff is Oakley onside. She is. She hangs up a nice cross to the far post. This can be attacked. Atkins back across Broadhurst. That was beautiful from the Bluebirds. Second phase possession. Lovely switch initially from Fionn Price to Dan Green. Dan Green brought the ball back in field. Cardiff went left to right and back again. Lovely ball to the far post. Head back, intelligent from Atkins. And Dan Green was there. Daniel Broadhurst was there. We've seen her do that a lot, arriving at the right time. That was a lovely work goal, Kat.
Yeah, that was fantastic play from Cardiff. Obviously, we brought it out of defence. Fionn and Dan Green, both of our wing-backs, combining and playing the ball out to Rhea Oakley. And obviously, she's done what she's done for the first 20 minutes, and she's got herself into dangerous positions. Played the ball over to Zoe, who we know is phenomenal in the air, and it's a little tap in for Danby. She probably won't get an easier goal than that all year.
I think that's a great awareness from Zoe Atkins there. You know, there was the temptation maybe to go for goal, but she knew exactly where her teammate was, and it was a lovely cushioned header back into the path of Danielle Broadhurst, who always does arrive late in the box and cause problems. That's a lovely Cruyff turn there.
Done really well there.
She has. So Cardiff have the lead. Pontypridd, though, will just stick with the plan, stay solid, and look to hit Cardiff on the break. I know we're biased, Kath, but I think probably on the balance play, Cardiff just about deserve that lead.
Yeah, I think so. We've had a couple that we probably should have scored already, and we'd probably be disappointed not to be up already. But yeah, I think off the first 25 minutes, it's a deserved lead for Cardiff.
Goal kick to the Bluebirds. So I know you're out at the moment. You're a goal scorer. Is there a healthy competition? Is there a little kind of bet? Or I don't know if you're allowed to bet in football anymore, are you? But any healthy competition, who's going to be the top goal scorer at the end of the year?
I don't think there is at the moment. Obviously, it's early days. Every single person on this team can score a goal. That's why we've got so much depth in the squad. And I think you obviously got the likes of Phoebe Poole. Fionn Price was up there. She was a defender. But I think this year you've got Rhea Oakley and Zoe Atkins at the top at the moment, and they can score 10, 15 goals a season easily. So yeah, I think it'll be good this year to see different goal scorers.
Cardiff really starting to activate Dan Green in that right wing-back role, who seems to be, well, not growing in confidence because she's done it pre-season, but really enjoying that role.
Yeah, I think you've got a lot more time out there as a wing-back to try and make something happen, and she's got Bag's pace up, so she's going to try and use that.
Just steps away from her player very well there. The ball, though, cut out, looking for Atkins, and Pontypridd can look to break, and they've maintained possession. They look to go direct, but
Hannah's done really well there to hold her player off to stop the counter-attack.
Yeah, it does look like a very experienced, well, not so much in the case of Holly Smith, but I guess with Hannah Power and Siobhan Walsh, you've just got people who can talk your way through a game and just so experienced at this level. Yeah,
they're leaders on and off the pitch. They don't have to say much, but you know how they play, that they'll give us everything every game, and it's great that we've got them.
Broadhurst infield. Wasn't intended for Watkins, but we'll reach Watkins. Back to goal scorer Broadhurst. Here's Dan Green again. She can really drive that line, gets across, maybe a bit too much on it. Saw the onrush in Oakley. That's what it was intended for. But Cardiff now really enjoying those wide areas.
Yeah, some good football from Cardiff there. I think there's a lot of time in midfield for them. I think Ponty's got to try and get hold of their players in the midfield to stop those counter-attacks out wide.
You're a natural at this commentary, Kath. Can you do Millwall next season away?
Yeah, what's my fee? I like a coffee.
Sure, we can sort that out. As Cardiff go again, here's Atkins. We'll look to cut the ball back. Oakley, it was a nice ball, but Oakley was well marshalled. Oakley, though, won't give up on that play and goes and retrieves and gives it to Price. Back to Oakley, who's got room, and this led to the first goal. She drives the byline again. This time it's a low cross, cut out at the near post, but good variation. And Price and Oakley are linking out well again. We see Oakley.
Yeah, that's what you get with Rio Oakley. She doesn't give up the ball. She wants the ball as much as she can, and if she loses it, she goes back and wins it.
It's great to see, and it looks like a good pickup for the Bluebirds, and the whole team look well oiled at the moment. It's been a very comprehensive performance, very well organised. Ball is played forward. Atkins will try and chase out on the bounce. It's cleared away, but it'll be a throw in to Cardiff City as Ellie Gunny couldn't quite keep that in. Quick throw taken by Price, finds Atkins. Good with the ball at her feet. It's a good shield, good protection. Back to Holly Smith, who goes down the line. A nice infield ball. Broadhurst is offside. Flag will go up. Not sure if that was the intended recipient from the pass from Holly Smith, but she's a centre-back who wants to join the play.
Yeah, she's excellent at that. She can use her left and her right foot. That's why she's been put out there on the left side of the back three, and she's dangerous with her through balls to our strikers.
Pontypridd will have the restart from the free kick. Well, one again by Holly Smith, who's been impressive as the younger member of this back three. The whole back three has been excellent in terms of that platform for the Bluebirds thus far. Good footballing centre-halves, which is what the modern game requires. It's not just about heading and kicking anymore, although obviously that's still fundamental.
Yep.
Howard tries to play that ball into the channel, won't quite link up with Atkins on that occasion. Not sure if Dale heard that. Kath's fee is a cup of coffee. Can we sort that out at half-time, Dale? Cardiff again win the ball back in the middle of the park. Is Watkins, checks out well and gives it to Power. Power to Green, who's hugging that touchline. Nice little give and go. She'll use her pace to put pressure on. It's a good tackle, but Cardiff, a great build-up play again. Dan Green maybe landed a little heavily on her back of her head there.
She'll get her. She needed a breather.
I love that. The care of the commentator and then the honesty of the teammate.
Yeah, it's good build-up play there, though, by Hannah and Dan again on that right side.
Yeah, Cardiff really can go to both flanks and just keep that ball ticking over. It's a really nice balance so far. Birmingham, whose movement has been good as well, can't quite corral that ball, but Cardiff will have another throw in. Just past the half-hour mark here. If you are just joining us, welcome. John Donovan alongside Kath Walsh. 1-0 to the Bluebirds. It's been a good game as Atkins on the stretch, while her movement and body shape was good, but couldn't quite clip that across. But, you know, I'm looking at this, Kath, and I'm watching the Bluebirds play, and last year was entertaining. Sometimes it could be a little swashbuckling. Sometimes naive's the wrong word, but I'm looking at it. It looks like a very, very mature team this year. It looks like a team that knows their structure, and that campaign last year and that cup win is really sort of taking you to the next level.
Yeah, I think this year we've got a brilliant mix of mature and youth players, which obviously helps massively. Dan Green's on the ball.
I'll get a chance to talk about that because Cardiff are so incessant, and Dan Green again, corner ball. Yeah, it just, I'm not sure I phrased that the right way, but it looks like a really good mix this year. Yeah,
it's brilliant. Obviously, we've got some of the girls who go off on Welsh camp, and as soon as they come back in, they know their job when they're back with us. So, yeah, and I think the standards we set as the older players as such, they know that they're getting it how they should here, and they know what to expect from us.
Corner kick to the Bluebirds. Can they get a second goal that their domination probably just about deserves? Nice floated ball again. The keeper comes, Atkins. Oh, for the second time. Right position. Couldn't quite keep her header down, and it's over the bar. And Zoe Atkins, so responsible for the first goal, might just...
Yeah, it's a brilliant ball in from Seren. I think it's clipped Siobhan's head as it goes by. Yeah, on her shoulder, and Zoe's just a little bit behind the ball there. Another good chance for Cardiff, though.
But I admire Macy Jones, the goalkeeper, trying to take control of those situations. I'm not sure whether as a teammate you'd want her to come or stay on her line, but there's a couple of times now where she's wanted to come out and be dominant in the box, and I respect a goalkeeper who wants to do that. Yeah,
I think the only thing with that is I think you have to make a decision early. You're either going or you're not. I think otherwise it could result in a bit of a confusion at the back.
Throw it to the Bluebirds. Broadhurst comes short, gives it back to Siobhan Walsh, who steps forward. Nice first touch, and now goes across field to Broadhurst. And Broadhurst and Billingham are playing with that freedom to rotate and find those pockets of space. Billingham, lovely turn, beautiful, and now finds Danielle Green, cuts back inside, left foot cross. It's a good cross. Oakley's there, gets something on it. I think it's a corner, isn't it? Oh. Referee says goal kick. I thought Oakley had headed the ball onto the shoulder of the Pontypridd defender, but...
Yeah, again, great build-up play in the midfield for Cardiff, out to Dan Green, who cuts inside, something a bit different on her left foot, and whips it into the back post, and I think that was definitely a corner, but I'm not out there to argue it today. The refs might have a quiet season this year.
I was going to say, not that you would argue, Kath. I didn't bring that up in commentary at all last year. Kath Walsh likes to manage the game, I think was the endearing phrase I used about you last season, which, yeah, every team needs one of those players.
Yeah, sometimes.
Pontypridd look to clear their lines, but once more that aggressive backline to kind of try and win the ball, although that time the ball did fall to a white shirt. Broadhurst will try and reclaim, feed it through the middle. It's a player downwinded as that ball was played into the midriff, and that'll be a chance for everyone to pause, take a breath, and maybe get some drinks. And Kath, a chance for us to reflect on the first 35 minutes of the competitive season. It's, you know, credit to Pontypridd again. They've been organised. It's only one at the moment. They're right in this game, but Cardiff have played with a little bit of swagger.
Yeah, I think Cardiff started really well. Ponty have done well to hold off. I think it should be more than one, but that's credit to Ponty and how well they've done defensively. And I think they've just got to keep it a 1-0. Otherwise, I think this could be quite tough for them to get back into the game.
Drop ball restart, and Cardiff will have the ball again. Here's Smith, who advances forward, always willing to do that, playing with her head up, gives it to Price. Price will spread the game. Is Watkins. Watkins, good first and second touch, puts Broadhurst into a bit of pressure, but Dan Broadhurst protects the ball very well, and Cardiff, lovely short passing. Pontypridd have all their players back in their own half as Cardiff look to switch the game one side to the other. It's just a slightly mistimed ball there, though, by Holly Smith. Pontypridd, though, who have worked hard without the ball, maybe don't, when they turn it over, quite have that energy to burst forward.
Yeah, I think sometimes they might need to look feet for the striker. It's a bit tough otherwise for the lone striker up top to do the run-in with and without the ball. It'll be a hard game for her.
Yeah, there is a lot of hard work going on from Alison Witts, but again, she has been isolated at times.
It's a great ball.
Fantastic ball. Oakley just a step too early. That switch ball, though, it's so effective. You know, it's patient, you know, slow, quick, and you can just change it to the other side, and there's always a runner there.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Ree's got bags of pace, so she could have probably given her a step back then, but it's coming. There's another one coming.
Is it the same as the senior team with their initiation songs or anything for the players that joined?
Yeah, we haven't done it yet. We usually do it on away games, on a bus, on one of the long trips. So I think we've got TNS and we've got Aberystwyth away. I don't think we even play them this year. I think we don't play them until Jan, so we might have to do it a bit before that. But yeah, we will definitely get them in to do their initiation song.
Let Cardiff City TV know when that is. We'll come along and film it this season, okay? Here's Billingham again, who releases Oakley. Oakley, will she be able to catch that? Well, with her speed, yep, she can. Keeps the ball in. Cardiff have Atkins in the box. Oakley will try and take on her player. Goes to the byline once more. Whips it in. Atkins. Oh, it's great defending.
Great defender.
Well, it needed to be, because that was a certain goal. Oakley just giving Pontypridd all kinds of problems with her movement and pace and her ability to beat a player and get to the byline. It was a lovely cutback, and well, Zoe Atkins will be wondering how she hasn't scored, but I can tell her on that occasion, Kath, it was just great defending.
Yeah, that was a fantastic tackle from the Ponty defender there. She got in front of Zoe and, yeah, prevented the goal.
Ball to the far post. There's a clutch of players there. Atkins and Siobhan Walsh. Pontypridd just about clear it away. There'll be another throw-in. You'd have liked a couple of these chances this afternoon, Kath, would you?
Definitely. I'm not sure if I'm a fox in the box like Zoe, though. I'd be on the edge of the box waiting for the pull back.
How many hat-tricks was it last season? I commentated on at least one hat-trick, didn't I?
Not sure.
Did I? I thought I did a hat-trick for you last year.
I think I only had one, didn't I?
There were plenty of goals I mentioned your name on.
Yeah.
Chamberlain comes out, plays sweeper keeper, which we know she can do. It's a nice pass forward. Looking very composed and poised. The clouds around us look very threatening. We might get a shower in the second half. As we're almost through 38.5 minutes here. 1-0 to the Bluebirds, starting their Premier League campaign after a good pre-season and an excellent season last year. You know, as a Cardiff City fan, Kath, I'm always going to ask, you never want Swansea to be top of the table, but you have to respect they are so good at this level. Is there a real feeling that you guys can compete every game now with Swansea?
Yeah, I think with us last year, it was a bit mentally that we couldn't beat them. Obviously with young players, and you've got massive characters in the Swansea squad who obviously year in, year out, they produce the goals, they produce assists, and they have a fantastic team ethic. So I think it's just getting over that mentally that we can beat them, and obviously we've done that now, so it's pushing on this year and just getting the results against them.
Make sure you get down to one of those. They're equally as competitive and equally as passionate. I think Mike Thomas might have been in tears last year in the commentary box when we won that game.
I think I might have scored the winner, didn't I?
I think you might have scored the winner in that.
That was a very rainy day.
That was a very rainy day, but a very, very good day. We hope for more of those this season.
Yeah, but you've got to give credit to Swansea. They've brought the intensity to the league year in, year out for the last couple of years, and obviously we're all trying to be at that level now and compete with them.
Free kick to Cardiff City. Whilst it's still at 1, Pontypridd will be happy. Their structure has been good. They will, as Kath said, have to find a way in the second half to, well, at least hold the ball up and allow players to join in the attacking third. But behind the ball, off the ball, they're working hard and they've got good shape. Yeah,
defensively they've been good. They've stopped a few goals going in, and I think they'll be happy that it's just 1-0.
Can they hold firm till half-time? It would be a huge difference going in just 1-0 down as opposed to 2-0 down. But Cardiff searching for more, and they have a throw in an advanced position, which Holly Smith will take. Goes to feet. Price, nice little reverse ball into Billingham. Billingham is going to Broadhurst. We'll think about the shot. Well, charged down there. That was brave. And Pontypridd can come away, although again, it's only really that direct ball forward into the channel, and without a runner there, it'll come straight back at the visitors.
You can see though, as soon as Cardiff lose the ball, there's 2-3 players hunting down their Ponty player and to win the ball back as soon as possible.
Fitness levels are very, very impressive, even this early in the season. Cardiff's work rate and press has been excellent all first half, and they have another throw in front of the Pontypridd dugout. Pontypridd switching off for a minute, give Price a lot of room there. Nice hold-up play by Oakley. Needs to get her head up. She does and threads the needle to Watkins. Watkins can release Green, and it's a lovely drill ball, in fact. Will give Green the opportunity to run onto that. Excellent ball, and Green once more, willing recipient, cuts back inside. Shot at goal is charged down, but that switch ball is always on for the Bluebirds. Here come Pontypridd again. Now they have some numbers. Can they hold the ball and allow their teammates to join? Broadhurst gets back well, but there's a couple of nice interlink passes there. The Bluebirds eventually, though, will sweep that up. The ever-cool Hannah Power, giving it to Siobhan Walsh, and here comes Holly Smith again. It's a really nice balance in that back three. Power and Walsh just marshalling everything, and then Smith can step forward, and Cardiff stepping forward once more. Oakley, strong tackle, and that was, there's an impact injury there. The Pontypridd defender, I think that's captain Holly Broad, who made a nice tackle, but it's just caught her off guard. But that back three, sorry, I'm just going back to that, and I know, you know, giving praise to a sibling, but it looks like such a nice balance. Holly Smith willing to step forward every time, and then just the two cool, experienced head there marshalling the team.
Yeah, it's. I don't think you can ask for much more, really. Obviously, you've got our captain, our leader back there, and then you've got Hannah and Holly, and they just work so well together. And then you've obviously got the depth on the squad, and the squad of youngsters coming in and also filling in and doing well there as well.
Pontypridd trying to play out on that occasion, but concede the throw in. Smith will look to take it quick. Gillingham gets a glancing header on that, finds Atkins, who always holds the ball up so well. Her and Oakley seem already to be building up an understanding. No call there for Fionn Price, who's taken off her toe. Ball is played forward by Trinchi, but cut out, but will give Pontypridd a little bit of respite, and they will have the throw in.
Yeah, I think Ponty, they just need to commit a few players more forward and help out with the strikers. Obviously, they know the danger of the Cardiff wing backs, and they don't want to commit too many players, and that's what it looks like at the moment. But obviously, to score a goal, you need to get players in the box, and you need to create chances.
Nice step outside by Walsh, so the ball is charged down, so Pontypridd can build and do have numbers. Can they put the ball wide? Well, Dan Green got her defensive shape absolutely right there to cut out the ball, as Atkins kept herself on side. I think she might have been in her own half, so yes, and we'll look to put pressure on the goalkeeper. Maisie Jones clears away, but Cardiff will retrieve that and spread it to Fionn Price. Price has Oakley outside. She's kept herself on side because the left centre half had stayed in for Pontypridd. Watkins once more loves that switch to Green. Green and Broadhurst linking up. Back to Power. Power shaped for the long diagonal and then just plays it down the line to Broadhurst. Good disguise there. This is good, patient build-up play from the Bluebirds. Just waiting for the right moment to spring. And Fionn Price, we can see in acres of space over here if Cardiff want to play the switch. Didn't quite get to her, but that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Patience, not just putting the ball forward for the sake of putting the ball forward. It's all done with a purpose. Yeah,
I think it's something we did a lot last year. We rushed the ball, we played balls that we didn't need to play, and it's definitely something we've worked on, is patience in possession.
Now Price does have it. First time ball looking for Oakley. Oakley is so strong there. Allows a platform for Cardiff to get that ball back. Here's Price, a little dink ball into Atkins. Atkins going to ground, still manages almost to put a nice ball back to Oakley. Well, Pontypridd have done ever so well, and their defensive shape has been good, but you feel a second goal might just open the floodgates a little bit.
Yeah, I think Cardiff need to capitalise now on their chances. They've had a couple, and they need to put one away, otherwise Ponty can get one back at any time, and then they're back in the game.
Here's Oakley, who has the stride and keeps going, gets a little bit of luck, but she deserved it, puts the ball across, couldn't quite get the angle on it, and it's a save by Maisie Jones. Dan Green was at the far post. It's another, well, better than a half chance. That was all about Rhian Oakley, but the final ball wasn't quite there. Yeah,
I think we just needed to pull that back a little bit, or just hit it into the back post, and I think it could have been having a goal there.
Watkins to Power, to Walsh. Cardiff once more patient, manipulating the ball, happy to change the angle of attack. I feel like Alison Witt has worked ever so hard without the ball. There is the half-time whistle, a chance for Pontypridd to regroup. Cardiff have the lead 1-0 at half-time. Very, very impressive. And sorry, Kath, I was just going to say your thoughts on that half. It's only one, but the territory, the way you've played, the possession, the patience at times, you know, you've ticked all the boxes.
Yeah, I think it's been a really good half of football for Cardiff. Just need to finish those chances now, like I said, because Ponty, they've got speed on attack, and if they get one back, then obviously they're back in the game. So Cardiff need to finish their chances now, but it's been a good half of football.
And for Pontypridd, is it you know, stick or twist? They try and keep it, you know, one goal and just defence it behind the ball to the 60th, 70th minute, and then you can risk something. That second goal, if it comes for Cardiff City, is going to be crucial. Yeah,
I think the next goal is the crucial goal. If it comes for Cardiff, I think it'll be tough for Ponty to get back into it. But I think if Ponty try and commit and get a few more players forward to help Alison Witts and Jazz Turner up top, then I think they could get a goal there.
We'll look to leave you with some highlights of that first half. I'm going to put my expenses claim in and try and find that cup of coffee for Kath. I could do one as well, but we'll leave you at half-time. We'll have some pictures now of those highlights. My thanks to Kath for the moment. We'll be back in around about 10 minutes' time for second half coverage. Don't go anywhere. Yeah? Sign her up. She can do my job as well. A very warm welcome back to an increasingly chilly Leckwith Stadium, Cardiff International Sports Campus, here for the second half of Cardiff City against Pontypridd Town. A couple of substitutions for Pontypridd at Broadhurst is filling in as the right wing back at the moment.
Yeah, I think she ran across there and made the run to give some space for Ree. I think that's the benefits of having wing backs. You can interchange and you can maybe push yourself forward and get involved a little bit more, as you know you've got your 3 or potentially 4 at the back helping you out.
Not wishing you'd put thoughts or words in Ian's mouth. What was the thinking behind this change? Was it just personnel available, or was this something he was looking to do last year? What was the thinking behind it?
I think it's a little bit of both, going off the players we've got, and we also know that we can be very, very threatening in behind, and I think you have a lot of players on the team who can impact a game. So I think change of systems worked really well for us, and it gets more players in the box, so that means more goals.
Broadhurst, excellent close control. Now she whips it down the line. There's a little push and shove. Referee says 6 and 1 and half a dozen of the other, so play goes on. Dan Broadhurst has a word with the assistant referee just as he's running back there, but again, dogged defending from Pontypridd, who are sticking to their task. And while we said it all first half, Kath, while it's only 1, they're very much in this game. Yeah,
exactly that, and obviously they've brought on a few other players now up top, so hopefully they're trying to get them involved to try and create a chance for them.
Throw into Cardiff just in front of the dugout, occupied by the visitors. Power will throw it down the line. The artist formerly known as Hannah Daly, but starting to become accustomed now to calling her Hannah Power.
I went to the wedding and I still call her Hannah Daly.
Here is Power, good first touch, and then whip ball forward to Billingham, who, despite her diminutive size, that's great strength, and feeds it forward to Oakley. Oakley takes that extra touch, maybe caught in 2 minds, didn't know whether to whip it across to Atkins or take the extra touch. In the end, the touch was heavy, and it goes to Maisie Jones, and it's another moment for Cardiff where you can't be critical today because the performance has been great, but you'd want the Bluebirds to be a bit more clinical maybe in front of goal.
Yeah, I think we need to start taking our chances now. Obviously, you come to 60, 70 minutes, and if your team's 1-0 down, they're going to push on a bit more and try and get in and get themselves a chance themselves. So I think Cardiff have to be a bit more clinical now up front. I'm not sure if Ian will look to tune something up there.
Phoebe Poole is on the bench, someone who's got a definite eye for goal. Although the movement amongst the front 2, and indeed all the players for Cardiff City today, has been absolutely excellent. Just haven't quite taken those chances as yet. Here's Holly Power, really impressed with the way she's settled into this game now, and wants the ball, is looking for the ball, and wants to send Cardiff forwards. Chamberlain just sells Power a little short there, and Power got a stud on the toe as a result.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be happy with someone playing me that ball. She might have had an earful from Hannah there, but they got a foul in the end.
Good to see Hannah Power up. No ill effects from that tackle, but yeah, it might have been a word or two with the goalkeeper. Broadhurst comes short. Here's Walsh. Nice ball forward to Atkins, who comes short. And we know Atkins really does draw defenders away from their positions. Unfortunately, a heavy touch there from Dan Green. And Cardiff themselves, although they're playing so well and dominating so much, it's important for the home team not to get frustrated. They've just got to keep doing what they've been doing.
Yeah, I think there's obviously tendencies to get frustrated when you're trying to get the second goal and things aren't maybe going your way, but just got to stick to the game plan. And
well, Pontypridd are in behind momentarily. Siobhan Walsh gets back there and closes the gap. Thought there might have been a hint of offside, but the flag stayed down. But Pontypridd showing that they want to get more bodies forward and break with pace in this second half. And they've brought some visitors to the stadium today who are making themselves heard. It's a good atmosphere, it's a good crowd. Really, we saw the crowds build game on game, week on week last year, and it looks like it's going to be the same this season. And once again, send that message. If you are watching on Cardiff City TV, there's nothing better than being down here live as the ball goes in looking for Atkins. Green is on the back post. It's just cleared away from her, but it's a throw into Cardiff. And I guess, you know, the team noticed the growing crowd last year and the support that was coming. I'll come back to you in a moment on that, Kath, as Cardiff have taken another quick throw in, catching me off guard once more. Here's Power. Dinked ball into the box. It's just behind Oakley. Watkins tidies up ever so well with that cushioned header for Power. Lovely turn by Power.
He's done well there.
Good pressure though on Siobhan Walsh. Siobhan Walsh though always likes a bit of a fight. Has caught one in the face. That's going to be a nasty one. I'll let you comment on that, Kath.
I think she took too long there with the ball. She had to clear. There's 2 players pressing her. She needs to get rid of the ball quicker. Maybe get a bit of support from the outside defender. But yeah, I think she's got into a bit of trouble there and had to try and get out of it.
But just going back to that point, I'm guessing you noticed the increase in support last year, the attendances. You know, I know Steve Bawley does a lot. Sponsors coming on board, like I think Vans Direct, Capital Law, along with it really did grow in momentum last season.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Just from the end of last year into now, obviously we've had fantastic support from the club, as we always do each year. But the sponsors that come in, like you say, Steve Bawley helps out a lot with us, and then you've got Paul Cox at Vans Direct who promotes us all the time. And he sponsored us last year, and he's always involved. And yeah, it's fantastic to see the growth of the sponsorship in the women's game.
Apologies if I've missed out some of the sponsors. You all make a contribution. I see Welsh Diving promoting the team a lot. Yeah,
Welsh Diving were definitely fantastic sponsors for us last year, and then obviously this year we've got Nathaniel Cars who've come on board with a fantastic 2-year deal, and obviously we're grateful for all of the support we get from our sponsors.
Nathaniel Cars is the name I was missing. I knew there was a fantastic new shirt sponsor this year. Hopefully that'll get me my next car at a reduced price.
Me too. I think Cardiff need to just tidy up with their defending a little bit. Their passing has been a bit sloppy, and obviously Ponty are trying to make a chance from those.
Power is fouled, gets away with it a little bit. Again, Cardiff playing with confidence, but important not to let complacency creep in either.
Yeah, exactly that.
In comes Billingham, though, has been a bundle of energy all game, feeds it to Oakley. We've mentioned her a few times. Oakley protects the ball, the tackle comes in, that'll be a throw into Cardiff. Is this when your leaders on the pitch come in, the likes of Siobhan and Hannah Power and things like that, just keeping the message going that, you know, this game's not won yet?
Yeah, definitely, and I mean, there's definitely a lot of leaders on that pitch. Those 2 for some, and then you've obviously got Dan Broadhurst, Dan Green, Zoe Atkins. They've all been around the club a long time and have big standards and expectations for everyone on the pitch. So yeah, it's definitely, we're not short of leaders out there today.
Pontypridd certainly making a game of it in this second half, and they've been dogged and disciplined and well organised all match. They will feel they can get something from this.
As long as it stays 1-0, they can definitely get something out of the game.
But this is, well, maybe not Kath, but from a neutral's point of view, this is what you want this league to be, competitive, and certainly what it is today. It's been some good football. Billingham, can she spread it to Oakley? Oakley was trying to delay a run to keep herself onside. As a result, maybe caught a little static. But Lily Billingham, that number 10 role, she's got so much energy for a smaller player. She protects the ball well. Looks like she's enjoying her role today.
Yeah, she's been a fantastic asset to the team. She brings something different, as does a lot of people. But yeah, she's a workhorse, and she's a very good impact player for us.
Pontypridd again looking to build. Good tackle from Broadhurst, but Jasmine Turner, who made a couple of those runs, those lung-bursting runs in the first half, looks like somebody who can affect the game for Pontypridd. We're going to have a substitute here. It's another one for the visitors. I believe it's Brooke Evans who's coming on.
Another ex-Cardiff player for an ex-Cardiff player.
Emily Bayliss coming off, so Brooke Evans comes on, and again, you know, we're all about Cardiff City TV, but I give some kudos to the Pontypridd media staff. Put together a great little program and briefing for today's game, and you were able to see the excitement around that club and also their new recruits and lineup and what have you. So really great to see that sort of coverage.
Yeah, Ponty have always had a fantastic social media team, and they do a lot in helping promote and produce the women's games and players, and yeah, credit to them for that.
We are almost at the hour mark. remains 1-0 here at Leckwith. The Bluebirds have the lead. They still have the dominance. A little bit more parity in this second half. And as we keep saying, while it's still only 1, Pontypridd will be growing in belief. Broadhurst comes short. Cardiff looking to play around the press. Ball is whipped out to Power. Just that second touch causes some problems, but she will get the throw in. Ball goes to Green. Not sure she was expecting it. I think she thought the ball was going to go infield to Broadhurst, and as a result, Cardiff concede possession there. And just maybe a few more unforced errors in the second half. I wouldn't say mistakes, but maybe just a few more errors in the second half. That might be a result of Cardiff dropping the tempo slightly, but also you've got to give credit to Pontypridd. They're looking to affect the game. Yeah,
I think Ponty have come out a lot more physical, and they're obviously looking to score that goal, so it's obviously forcing Cardiff to lose the ball a lot more than they did in the first half, but I think Cardiff just need to get hold of the ball and keep playing it around like they did in the first half.
Looks like Ponty might have gone to 4-2-3-1 without the ball, but 4-3-3 with the ball, and trying to cause more problems for those 3 centre-halves for Cardiff, who had it all their own way in the first half. Certainly looking to get more players into the attacking third when they do come forward, the visitors. That's great hold-up play again from Oakley. Finds Watkins. Watkins is indicating she wants Price to go forward. Price held her ground, and Cardiff do well. Good possession, and Power now drilled ball forward.
It's Holly Smith.
Holly Smith. I think that's going to happen all season. Too many H's in the back line.
We've done well there.
Yeah, great first touch, but can't quite link with Dan Green. I'm going to blame the Millwall trip, Kath. It was a
tough one.
It was 4.5 hours there, 5 hours back. So
it's a long old day.
Yes.
The wind's picked up a bit here.
Has indeed. Pontypridd are continuing to look to pick up, and they've stayed on side here. 2-on-2 for the moment. Francis can't quite link with her player. It's turning into a real physical duel. Great first touch from Atkins. Oakley is taking players away. Cardiff, will they get players arriving late in the box? Will they need them? In the end, Oakley was a little isolated, and it's a great covering tackle from captain Holly Broad.
Yeah, it's a great defensive tackle there, but you can see what Cardiff have going forward, and as soon as they get that one pass, they look to be in each time.
So a replay of that on your screens while we await this corner, and
looks like Phoebe Poole's coming on.
Well, we know all about Phoebe Poole. Mike was saying she can be a little hard on herself when the goals aren't coming. Maybe this season just needs to relax a little bit. Yeah,
I think a lot of the young girls are hard on themselves. They've got bags and bags of potential.
It's push there, referee.
Penalty all day.
Referee had a decision to make. Shot on goal just wide, but I imagine there'll be a little bit of an inquest here. Well, no, not too many.
She doesn't go down very easy, so
we'll
not sure about that one.
We will have a look at this replay, see if we can catch it on our screen there. It looked to be a little bit of a push in the back. Well, anyway, no penalty, and we do have this substitution now. And it's Zoe Atkins who's coming off. Had a good game, had chances in the first half. Maybe Rue not taking at least one of them, but was integral to a lot of what Cardiff did that was good, particularly the goal that was scored.
Yeah, she's been brilliant up there today.
Yeah.
She's another one who does the dirty work. She runs in behind, she goes and presses the keeper. She definitely gives us a lot, and like I said earlier, she's a fantastic person, and we love her in the squad.
And Kath, I was just going to say, this is what you said about squad depth. You're taking Zoe Atkins off, and you're taking on Phoebe Poole, who more often than not was the main striker last year. Yeah,
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. She didn't start today for different reasons. Maybe she wasn't feeling 100% fit, but she's on the pitch now, and we know what she can give us. And going back to feeling hard on herself, a lot of the youngsters are the same in the squad, but they need to have a lot of self-belief. They're all in the development Welsh squads, and I think the more they have self-belief in themselves, the talent will be there any day.
It's clear the talent very much is there as the ball is played down the line, well held up. Phoebe Poole wearing the number 14 shirt this year. I'll have to get used to that. It was usually the number 7 last year, if memory serves, but Rhiannon Oakley has that.
Yeah, Phoebe Poole, massive fan of Thierry Henry, massive Arsenal fan. Wanted the number 14 shirt this year.
Pontypridd in behind. They have a late runner into the box. If there's a spot there, there is a spot, and it's a great read. Great tackle from Hannah Power, and she needed to make that tackle. But that just shows, Kath, that well, it's cliched. We've talked about it to death. But while that second goal hasn't come, chances like that, Pontypridd are going to give themselves some hope.
Yeah, they got bags of pace, as we've already said. So any ball through to them, they can score a goal. So yeah, Cardiff got to be disciplined. They've got to try and look to score the second goal and put the game to bed.
You can see that confidence starting to grow in Pontypridd, and credit to manager James Fishlock. He made those bold changes at half-time, and whilst you'd say that Cardiff probably still have the upper hand, there's far more parity and there's far more of a threat from the visitors going forward. Yeah,
you can definitely see they've probably had a bit of a word at half-time. They need to create chances and get themselves in goal-scoring opportunities, and that's what they do in this half.
Ball is rolled out to Price. She wants Oakley to go long. Oakley came short, and miscommunication there. And you just, again, seen a little bit more of that in the second half. Maybe some frustration in the Cardiff City ranks that they haven't put this game to bed. And Holly Smith misses out there, and again it's, well, 3-on-3, now 4-on-3 in favour of the Bluebirds, but there's a ball into the box and there's a runner in. Chance here, oh, perhaps a touch could have been taken. Claims for handball. The bench is going nuts. I think that's, well, if you don't get one at one end...
He's not giving the other one, he's definitely not giving that, and Phoebe Poole's in on goal here.
Poole does well. Oh, it's a
fantastic strike.
Yeah, real dart towards the bottom corner, or the left-hand corner there, just goes wide. Referee is saying with that handball claim that it came off the shoulder. There's moments of replays at either end there, but that's a couple of times where Pontypridd have had that midfielder coming late at the box, and you know that's a dangerous threat. Yeah,
definitely, and I think obviously Cardiff need to have a look at that, and if they need to drop another midfielder in, then they have to do that. But yeah, that's never a penalty for me. I would have been probably on the pitch if he's given that, so I'm glad he didn't. But yeah, I think Cardiff just need to be a little bit more disciplined in defence and just calm the ball down a little bit. I think the ref's causing a few problems here with his slow decisions.
Yeah, there's just a few raised voices on either side. Just looking at that replay, in fairness to why Pontypridd were asking for it, it looked like Hannah Power did turn her body a little bit, but it certainly came off the shoulder.
Yeah,
so
I think it's the turn, the impact of that, and then
ball goes through to Maisie Jones. But it's those late runs of Jasmine Turner, and I think maybe she could have taken a touch there if she had her time over, but she looks like a really good athlete there, and is starting to arrive in the box late, and maybe looks the most likely for Pontypridd. And once more, they have a chance to play on the break. It's well cleared away by Holly Smith, but you don't want to give up that attacking intent. But any thought maybe of just sitting Broadhurst in with Sarah and Watkins for a little bit, and maybe protecting that back line a little more?
I don't think it needs to get to that at the minute. We've obviously still got a back five when we're defending, so I think we just need to tidy up our passing a little bit, and hopefully we can still be a threat going forward then. I think once you drop someone back in, you then turn very defensive, and obviously we will still want to try and score a goal, so that's not going to happen if we do that.
No, absolutely. Cardiff have got to look to exert their authority back in the game, but Pontypridd are having their best moments right now, and they have a free kick here and an opportunity to put the ball in the box, which Turner will take. And they will move a couple of the centre-halves forward, including captain Holly Broad. A chance for Pontypridd to really attack this delivery into the box. They go short, looking to change the angle. Turner has a chance to whip it in. It's great defending, though, by Dan Green. Pontypridd get a corner. Surprised a little that didn't go into the box, but, you know, again, decent variation.
Yeah, it's their first set piece now, so let's see what they do with this.
We're just seeing that replay again. Shot at goal from Turner. She does turn her body, but I think it is shoulder.
Would have been very, very harsh to give that, I think.
It would have been, but I would have appealed.
So would I.
Ball, and that wind has caught that. It's an in swing. It could be in. It comes off the post. Oh, it was decent delivery, but the wind really caught it, and Karen Chamberlain couldn't quite read the flight of that, and that's a let-off for Cardiff City.
Yeah, that was brilliant delivery, but obviously, like you say, the wind's taken that into the back post. Karen's not expecting it to go that far. I think she might have had a defender or someone behind her as well. But yeah, Cardiff lucky with the let-off there, and again, this is why they need to start taking their chances.
Well, it's going to be an interesting last 20 minutes. Pontypridd really feel, well, they've been in this game the whole time, but as an attacking threat, they really feel they're in this game now. And Cardiff, well, what they would give for that second goal, which would probably put the game to bed.
Yeah, I think we need to start getting our midfielders on the ball a little bit more. Lily Billingham, Dan Broadhurst need to get the ball to their feet and start creating chances.
Good, solid defending there by Siobhan Walsh, and good outlet pass as well to Broadhurst. Power tries to hit the channel. Oakley gets a little good fortune, but we'll get that. Cardiff have Poole in the box. Oakley, well, there's a tackle, but Dan Green will pick up the secondary pieces. Nice first-time shot from Billingham. It's charged down. Watkins, we've seen her score a goal like that from that distance in a cup final. Didn't
Bit
quite,
optimistic from there.
Yes, didn't quite get the connection on that occasion. But just to your point, I Cardiff being patient enough at the moment and playing through the lines like they did so well in the first half. Just looking maybe to go back to front a little quicker than they did. And in the first half, that movement, Broadhurst, Billingham, and then using the wing backs, bringing them into the play, that was what was giving Pontypridd so many problems.
Yeah, and I think Ponty have obviously realised that, but oh, we got a through ball here.
Oh, this could be the moment. Poole is in. Poole and Oakley, one after the other, but Poole takes responsibility and Poole scores. Well, Cardiff needed it. They needed someone to step up. Phoebe Poole is that player. They go direct, but this time it works. Poole is in, and that's a clinical finish.
Yeah, and I don't think Siobhan will be too upset she didn't get the foul there in the end, but yeah, I think that's what Cardiff needed. Like we just said, Ponty obviously realised our threat in the wing-back positions, and we've gone direct there, and there's the foul, but she's probably happy she didn't get. It's a great ball by Holly, and Phoebe Poole doing what Phoebe Poole does best, scoring goals, and it's good to see her on the score sheet in the first game of the season.
And wanting to take that responsibility as well, because Oakley was there, but Poole, you know, as any good goal scorer does, says, no, that's mine.
Yep, she's a brilliant goal scorer, and I don't think many people will be taking that off her.
Cardiff now do have that buffer zone, and can they play with a little bit of... Okay. Well, it's a free kick to Pontypridd, a little bit of disagreement in the commentary box, and there have been a couple of strange decisions going both ways in the last...
Yeah, both ways. Minutes. I think that one was the worst of the bunch.
Free kick to the visitors. Ball goes long. It's well dealt with once more. That time, Holly Smith. Pontypridd, though, picked the ball up on the edge of the area. Nice turn there by Witts, and they work the ball into the box. And will they get a shooting opportunity? Walsh does well. Sorry, Holly Smith does well to stay on her feet there. Didn't dive
Watkins
into the tackle.
As well there as well.
Yeah. Would have been easy to go to ground, and maybe that would have made it easier for the attacker. Good defending from Cardiff, but Pontypridd still don't feel they're out of this game as yet.
No, I think they're putting a lot of pressure on the defenders at the moment, the Cardiff backline, so they just need to keep pressing, and hopefully they'll get their own chance then.
Price plays it down the line, looking for Billingham. Great from Billingham. Nudged it past the defender and now has space to run into. Dan Green is asking for it on the far post. Needs to keep herself onside. Reverse pass to Price. Price shot at goal. It's going to go wide. I think Price for a moment was leaving that for a teammate. In the end, took the shot on, and never really troubling Maisie Jones in the Pontypridd goal.
Yeah, and that's the danger that Lily Billingham brings to the team. She can play out wide, she can play 10, she can play anywhere on the pitch, and she's dangerous whenever she's got the ball. I think maybe we could have probably gone wide there, but we got a shot on goal.
Pontypridd looking to play out, but Dan Green steps in. She's been great at right wing back today. Gives it to Oakley onside. Oh, for the first time today, Oakley gets the sand wedge out and slices that behind for a goal kick. We'll let her off one of those.
Yeah, like you say, Dan Green, she's been great today as a wing back. Obviously, first time playing it this season, and I think she's adapted really well to it, and she's linking up play with the strikers.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing more of Dan Green in that position this season. I think it's a really bold move, but a good move. Cardiff, there's activity on the bench. I think there's more substitutions from the home team imminent. So Jones takes the goal kick. Broadhurst, though, will pick it up in midfield. Now there's a ball there to compete for. Green does compete, and it's a good battle. It will result in a throw-in to Cardiff, and that substitution. And Kath, what are we seeing here with the changes? If the board actually works.
Yeah, I can't really see who's coming on at the moment. I think it's Meg Saunders, Michaela Major, probably a little bit of a change in the midfield, freshen up the legs. Rhea Oakley obviously coming off there up top, so she's been fantastic today. And again, Lily Billingham, she's been on camp all week, so she's probably got some tired legs. And we've got Michaela Major coming on, who's an up-and-coming phenomenal player who will bring bags and bags of talent to our team.
Well, looking forward to seeing what she can offer. And again, Lily Billingham, thought was excellent, that number 10 role. Rhea Oakley, well, enough said really. We've talked about her a lot today. She's had an impact pretty much on everything Cardiff City have done. Nice reverse ball by Green to Saunders, who keeps herself onside, drives to the byline, gets a good cross in fact. Really had no right to do so, and it's cleared away behind by Brooke Evans, and Cardiff will have a corner. And Megan Saunders, I was so impressed with her at the start of last year. I don't know whether it was injuries or what have you, just kind of curtailed the season a lither bit, but she was a really bright addition at the beginning of last season. Yeah, she's a fantastic player. She's very, very strong for a small girl. Her feet are phenomenal, and I think when she gets going and she's on a bit of a run, then she'd be hard to keep out of the team. But at the minute, she's just trying to get herself back in, keep herself fit, and she'll be a good impact to the play today. Watkins puts the corner into a nice area, headed away, but there's a chance of a shot. Price off balance, just protects the ball. Nice pass. Broadhurst will leave it back to corner taker Watkins, who whips another decent ball in. It's just slightly behind Siobhan Walsh, who battles again and is in the walls once more. She's on the ground. Is that a head injury? Referee hasn't blown it down, and play will continue. Pontypridd looking to swamp players forward. They look to go cross field. Nice touch there by Jasmine Turner, who's been the pick of the bunch for me in that Pontypridd lineup, particularly in the second half, looking to activate, looking to make things happen. Nice eye of the needle pass.
Yeah, they signed her at the beginning of pre-season, I think. She brings experience to the team coming from the English League, so I think she'll be a good addition to their team this year. I think Siobhan's picked up a knock from earlier on. I think it might be a shoulder, but I think she might run it off.
Yeah,
but we got Meg Bone warming up, another fantastic signing we've made this year from Barrytown. She's another young player, only I think she's 16 or 17. Bags of talent, and she's one who will slot right in if she needs to come on.
I always made sure to talk nicely about you and Siobhan last year, because I think I wouldn't want to get on your wrong side. You're both warriors, aren't you?
I'd say she's probably a bit more tougher than I am. I mean, I get injured a lot more, that's for sure. But yeah, I think we're just tough. You've got to be tough to play football, but it's just those things you just get on with. We love football, we love playing, so if we're fit, we're playing. Ooh.
Oh, great ball into the box, and it was almost a fantastic first touch from Megan Saunders. Just a little too much weight on the touch, and it ran through to Maisie Jones. Cardiff just maybe starting to express themselves a little bit more again. Pontypridd, maybe they just need a chance, a goal to give themselves life again. They did have that belief, but it's going to be hard for any team really to score goals against Cardiff this year, because that back line does look so good.
Yeah, I think it'll be tough for them to get a goal now. I think Cardiff probably just sit in and maybe not go as much as they would have if they were 1-0. So I think it'd probably be tough for them to get a goal now, but never say never.
Yeah, maybe just seeing Danielle Broadhurst play a little more around the centre circle.
Yeah.
78 minutes gone, 2-0 to the Bluebirds here at Leckwith. I need to be more organised, Kath. I haven't looked at the schedule. What's up next for the team, and where do we go next weekend? We've got
Cardiff Met, so obviously massive game for us. Cardiff Met away as well. It's always tough to go there. But yeah, it's a good game for us. Good to see where we are. Obviously, second game of the season, but we're ready. We're ready to play. So I think they've made a couple of good signings, but we have as well. So yeah, it'll be good to see where we are against them. Yeah, I might take a trip up to the Kincoid campus next week then for that. That will be a great game, and
Some real high-scoring affairs, close games last year.
Yeah, I think it's either a 0-0 or a 1-0, or it's a 3-3. So yeah, it's always a good game against Cardiff Met.
A couple of other scores in the league today. Aberystwyth Town have a 1-0 lead, or hold a 1-0 lead over Abergavenny at the moment, and it's 1-1 between the New Saints and Barry Town. So
yeah, I think Aberystwyth did really well last year. It was going to be an interesting to see how they do this year, and obviously they've started off well. Abergavenny again got promoted, but they've always been hard to play against. And the New Saints and Barry, they obviously were the bottom two last year. So yeah, that'll be an interesting fixture as well.
Cardiff, good game management at the moment, just keeping the ball largely in the Pontypridd half. Ball down the line. Dan Green will, on a block tackle, win a throw in.
Yeah, I think Ian's just telling the girls now there's 10 minutes left, manage the game out, and if we get a chance, put it in the back of the net.
Pontypridd sticking to their task, clear away. I always used to play this game with Mike, you know, player of the match. Rhiannon Oakley I thought was great, but just because it was the first time seeing her in this position, I think Dan Green would get my vote today. I think she's been phenomenal out there at right wing back. Yeah, she's been great. Definitely the first half, I don't think we've utilised her enough in this half, but first half she was unplayable. She was in and out. She was crossing balls in the box, and yeah, she's definitely had a very, very good game today. It's my dad being ball boy by there. Yeah, I know. Got the whole family working today. It's fantastic. Ball in the face, but well taken by Michaela Major. She didn't flinch, and as a result, Cardiff are able to play on, and Major has the ball. Thinks about a shot at goal. Decent attempt, always rising over the bar, but looks like a strong character in there. She wanted that ball back, and as you said, Kath, you've got high hopes for her this season. Yeah, she's had a really, really good pre-season. She's come up from the under-19s from last year, bringing more depth to the squad that we need, with obviously myself and others being injured at the minute. But yeah, she's not out of place there at all, and she's going to have a very, very good season. Pontypridd still looking to play out, still looking to play their football. It's Turner who just beats Watkins to the ball there. Pontypridd might be playing themselves into trouble because it's a good press, but eventually the boot goes through it. They clear their lines. Cardiff will pick up second ball. It's a great head up. Was indeed, and now Cardiff can look to switch that play, and it's a nice angled ball into the channel. Green won't quite reach it on the first occasion, but we'll pick up second phase, and 30 seconds after me giving her all the praise in the world, she mistimes a pass to Hannah Power. Cardiff, though, still looking to play at that tempo, that pace. We'll have another throw in. Yeah, I don't think they're going to let off, but I think they might just be a little bit more disciplined with their defensive shape and how they're playing the ball out from the back. But from a Pontypridd perspective, Kath, you can see why they harbour hopes of maybe breaking into that top four. Cautious, over-cautious maybe in the first half, I don't know, but they're a well-organised team, and they do pose a threat. Yeah, definitely. I think Ponty's always a tough game to play against. I mean, it's first game of the season, so everyone's scoping each other out. But I think, yeah, the second half, they've definitely shown potential of how they can definitely break teams down this year. Megan Saunders there. It was nice movement. Couldn't quite get the snapshot away. It'll be a goal kick to Pontypridd. We are inside, well, almost into the last 7 minutes of this one. Rain has held off. The wind has picked up, and it has had its moments of impact in this game, but I think Cardiff, when they watch this game back, Ian Derbyshire watched it back, maybe the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of the second half might need a little bit of work, but otherwise, dare I use the word professional, you know, professional performance on the opening day of the season. Yeah, I think first 10, 15, like you said, it was a nervy start when you'd probably think Cardiff would come out of the blocks, but they probably didn't as much as they hoped, and obviously Ponty are trying to get that goal back. But I think other than that, I don't think Kerrin's been threatened once, and I think it's been a very, very good defensive play from Cardiff. As Siobhan goes back on the floor again. It's a great tackle, but she's had a fair share of bumps and bruises, Siobhan Walsh, in this second half, but as ever, gets up, dusts herself back down, and will go and defend this set piece. Pontypridd, well, their best moment came from a set piece, of course, hitting the post. It was a good delivery, though the wind had an effect on that. The game could have been different if that had dropped the right side of the post of the visitors. Can they set up a grandstand finish here by getting a goal from this corner kick? It'll be an outswinger again. Late runs from the edge of the area. Decent delivery into the mix. Bluehead heads it away. Can Cardiff get the second ball? Pontypridd will get there, although Daly is a little isolated. Does very well, though, in fact. And shooting opportunity here. It's a good shot at goal. It's a good save.
Brilliant.
Chamberlain is called into action. Will the ball run out? No, we'll have a second phase of possession, but we'll come back to that Chamberlain save. That was a big moment. Ollie Smith clears away. Is that a foul? It is. Cardiff will get the let off there, but...
Maybe I spoke too soon. Fantastic save from Karen. Good to recycle the ball from Ponty, and there's a good ball. Dan Green does well, but just ricochets off the foot, and it's a great shot by number 15.
Yeah, that was Olivia Francis, who got a little bit of luck, but when she did have a sight of goal, it was nice balance, opened up her body, labelled it for that top corner, and Chamberlain had to claw that away, and Pontypridd have gained a little bit of life from that as they press again. Ball into the box. That's well swept up by Michaela Major doing defensive duty there, which...
Yeah, got to give a shout to Karen there. I mean, she hasn't been tested for 84 minutes of the game, and she pulls off a save like that to keep the score at 2-0 and to keep her clean sheet. So fantastic save, and she's doing what she does best and what she's done all pre-season for us.
Yeah, it really was a good clawing save by Karen Chamberlain. Was stretching for it, had to be on the tippy toes, had to really stretch those fingertips, was able to clear the ball away and into a decent area as well, where there wasn't an on-rushing Pontypridd forward. Free kick on the edge of the box. A little soft perhaps, but another chance for Pontypridd to put the ball into the box.
Yeah, I think a little bit soft considering the fouls he hasn't given today, but we'll see what they can do with this chance.
Well, a goal now would set up an intriguing last 3 or 4 minutes plus added time. Cardiff hold firm as they try and keep their line around about the penalty spot. It is a shot at goal. Chamberlain palms it onto the crossbar, second hit. Oh, that's a fantastic save. Oh, that secondary save is superb, and Pontypridd are going to wonder how they haven't scored. The first save she had to make, but that recovery save, Kath, is a powerful header, and that, well, that's a match-saving, match-winning moment. Yeah,
and exactly what I've just said. I mean, Karen Chamberlain, she's been absolutely fantastic this pre-season. She's come in the best shape I've ever seen her. She's had the best pre-season I've ever seen, and this is just going to show how good she's going to be and what an impact she'll be for us this year. And I mean, if they score that there, then they're back in the game. So I mean, she's just probably saved them a few long, tiring 5 minutes for the girls.
It's an absolutely bullet header. I think it was Alison Witts who put the header at goal. The free kick initially was from Turner. Chamberlain had to deal with that, but I look forward to watching that save back again on replay, because to recover your poise, and it was a bullet header from what, 8-9 yards? That really is a great save.
It was a good header from Alison Witts, and it just shows the threat the Ponty have, but fantastic save from Karen. And I'm sure the girls will be giving her a pat on the back later on.
Karen Chamberlain wants her clean sheet, and in the last couple of moments has done a lot herself to protect that.
I think we just need to tidy up those balls, get to feet a little bit more, and just see out the game now.
Kind of taking their time to take this throw in, whereas earlier in the game it was all high tempo. Again, game management, and they recognise that Pontypridd are a threat. Cleared out for a throw in to the Bluebirds. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our coverage this afternoon. The Bluebirds look like they're going to win this game. Just a reminder, again, as Kath said, Cardiff Met next week, and that's always a great derby, so I'll take myself up to watch that. I'll encourage you to do so as well, and we hope you'll join us for coverage throughout the season of Cardiff City Women on what is a campaign where hopefully they'll be in the mix with Swansea and Cardiff Met for that league title.
We definitely hope so.
Price steps outside her marker and whips the ball towards the far post. No one rushing runner there. Wasn't a bad ball into the box, but Cardiff just taking the sting out of this game.
Yeah, I think those are probably the balls in the 20th, 30th minute. You can have a runner in the back post, but not in the 89th minute when girls are trying to see out the game, and it was a good ball by Fionn Price.
Throw into Pontypridd deep in their own half as Kath gives a signal to Noah, who's coming up quite a successful last year, didn't he? Season last year, his team, and he's an integral part of this club as well.
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic person. He's a great coach, and looking forward to seeing how the 19s do this year.
Does he tell the Sol Bamba Glasses story every chance he gets on?
He actually doesn't, but we all know about it anyway. I think the ref's given a soft free kick there, and Dan Broadhurst has given him a bit of cheek. Maybe she's doing my job for me while I'm out. But yeah, I think it was a bit of a soft one, that.
Keeping the Kath Walsh spirit alive. Booking to Broadhurst. Pontypridd played the ball forward. There is a flick on, but there won't be a white shirt that can catch that. There'll be a goal kick, and we're into added time here. The Bluebirds, well, early in the season, of course, but because of that goal difference, we'll go top of the table. It's always nice to start the season top of the table.
Yeah, obviously you've got Swansea and Cardiff Met later on today, which everyone will be watching. So see how that game goes, and then we look forward to next week now.
It's going to be a very intriguing season, and we hope you'll follow it with us on Cardiff City TV. I think we've got Kath till about, what do you say, November maybe, or when are we going to see you out there? When am I going to commentate on your next goal?
Not till next year.
Not till next year?
No. Okay. December, January.
Okay.
Probably. I got to get back in the team first. I might be going down and play with the 19s to get a bit of match fitness.
Well, you'll be a welcome addition whenever you're back on the grass, but until that point, you're a very welcome addition to the commentary box.
It's more nerve-wracking up here than it is playing.
As you do on the pitch, Kath, you've excelled yourself, so we're very lucky to have you, and we look forward to the coverage this year. We'll have to do 3 commentators, because I know Mike won't give up that seat easily, will he? So
yeah, we'll have 3. We'll have me and Mike on here.
Ball's played forward, and Phoebe Poole, who scored that all-important second goal, will chase. Cardiff have the ball into the area of the pitch where they want it. Just awaiting the referee's whistle now. Looks like the Bluebirds will keep a clean sheet. Will they make one more substitution? Just looking to give game time here. Megan Bowen is coming on, and
I think probably a little bit of a time-wasting exercise this, but yeah, Meg Bowen comes on for Holly Smith, who's been fantastic at the back today.
Yeah, really impressed with Holly Smith. Make sure to take the shin pads off to emphasise the fact that it is maybe taking some time off the clock, but she's had an absolutely excellent game. Been so impressed how she's wanted to step forward into that midfield, create overloads, and make things happen. Yeah,
exactly, and I think that's what the outside centre-backs are going to do a lot this year, which helps the wing-backs move forward and obviously helps get more people in the box and create chances.
Cardiff, can they add a third before the final whistle? Might be a little unfair on Pontypridd, that.
I don't
Kath
think so.
Walsh gives me a look.
I might be biased, but other than a couple of chances, I think Cardiff have been very dominant today. Probably could have been 4-0 before the half, but we see out the game, and it's a good 3 points to start the season.
I got to be political on commentary. You know?
That's fine. I don't.
Broadhurst tries to clip the ball into the box, but it is cleared away. It'll come to Power, who looks for, or maybe looking to sweep the ball out. Doesn't quite get the connection she wants with it, and we'll have a second bite at a clearance here. Again, sends it up in the air, but it's away from the Cardiff goal. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
A little bit of scrappy football to end the match. Throw into Pontypridd, just inside the Cardiff half. All eyes on the referee. That's a nice turn away from Witts, just delayed that pass, and Pontypridd, will they have a final moment? It's good midfield coverage again from Cardiff, winning that ball and clearing it into the Pontypridd half.
Phoebe Poole working hard to make sure it's not an easy pass for Ponty.
Yeah, it's a very organised Cardiff team today, and I think that will farewell for the Bluebirds this season. Not just about enthusiasm, endeavour and individual skill, but there's certainly a more streetwise maybe nature about the Bluebirds this year. That organisation is going to be key as Watkins sweeps up once more, and now there is a 2-on-2 and Cardiff have a chance to attack the box.
It's a great pass.
Yeah, lovely give and go. Poole is in. Can she get her second?
Oh, what a save.
It's a great save, and Maisie Jones, who has been good today for Pontypridd, tips that over the bar. Phoebe Poole, lovely little give and go with Broadhurst, and she thought she was in for a second goal there.
Yeah, Phoebe's done well there. I think she took her time and didn't want to play the pass to Meg because she had a few players around her, waited for Dan to join the play, and a little 1-2, and unlucky not to score there, but a great save from the Ponty keeper.
Referee is obviously enjoying himself. As
it's probably be our last chance now, so let's see what we can do with it.
Can Cardiff put the icing on the cake with a third goal? Sarah Watkins comes over to take the corner kick. Her delivery's been good today. There's a darting run by Michaela Major across the near post. Ball will go towards the far post. There's a shout of keeper. Doesn't quite get there. Siobhan Walsh thought she might have the third goal. She doesn't, but Cardiff do have the win. It is finished here at Cardiff International Sports Stadium with a final score of Cardiff City 2, Pontypridd 0. And Kath, all right, maybe the scoreline not as impactful, not as emphatic as it could have been. Credit to Pontypridd for that, but I think as an opening day performance goes, Ian Derbyshire will be pleased with that.
Yeah, I think it was just important for us to get the 3 points today. Obviously, Ian probably would have been a bit happier if we'd finished our chances that in the first half that were created, but it's 3 points on the board and we look forward to next week now. But credit to Ponty, they kept at it, and you can see why they'll create some problems for teams this year.
You've worked on that wing-back formation in pre-season. It was a shock for me to see it when you mentioned it at the start of commentary, but right from the off, it looked like the team were very comfortable, and it does give you options, you know, those wing-backs giving width, drawing people out, and as a result then the two number 10s maybe having some space to play in. It's a very flexible formation. Yeah,
exactly, and obviously Ponty played, they matched us a formation today, but usually we'll be playing against a back four, so obviously gives you a lot more space there. But I think the wing-backs are fantastic today, Dan Green and Fionn Price. I mean, it's the first, I think everyone had a really good professional performance, but those two, they created chances for us, and I got to give a shout to Oakley as well. I thought the first game for Cardiff was really, really good today.
Oakley was excellent, along with all the others that Kath mentioned. A clean sheet. The defenders will be pleased with that. They probably deserve that. We didn't see a lot of Karen Chamberlain in the last 10 minutes, but boy, did we see her then.
Yeah, I think clean sheet is obviously fantastic for the girls. I think playing this new formation, we thought we might concede a lot more goals, but we'll score a lot more. So I think a clean sheet to start the season, 3 points and some fantastic saves from Karen Chamberlain to keep the scoreline 2-0.
And just finally, Kath, you know, viewers from Pontypridd watching in, you can see that this side is going to cause problems for all the big three and certainly the teams below this year. This Pontypridd team, a lot of potential there.
Yeah, I think you can see that they came out, they were 1-0 down, and they didn't give up the fight, and I think that's what James has brought to the team this year, and they'll definitely create problems this year, especially at their home pitch, and I think they've got a lot of potential to break in the top 4 spot this year.
Kath, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on commentary. I'll get the coffees in next week for Cardiff Mets and pop up to that away game, but it has been an absolute pleasure to have you in the commentary box. Mike, if you are listening, no discredit to you, you're always a joy as well, but it's good to have options, it's good to have depth, as we've spoken about all game. So have you enjoyed your experience in the commentary box, Kath?
Yeah, it's been great. It's good to see the team from a bit of height, and yes, it's been good, and I'm excited for the season. I'm probably more excited than I've ever been, and I'm not even playing yet, so it's a lot of good things coming for the girls, and I think everyone's really looking forward to the season ahead.
We certainly are looking forward to it. I hope you will look forward to it and join us on Cardiff City TV. My thanks to Kath for the moment and the whole Cardiff City TV team. We'll leave you here at Leckwith with a very positive opening day win for the Bluebirds. Final score, Cardiff City 2, Pontypridd 0.